Well, it's a stunning day today, so I thought I'd give you a quick tour around the kitchen garden. It's just in transition, just finishing off the winter crops, getting ready to plant the spring crops and summer crops. It's quite neat and tidy. Try and keep it neat and tidy. It's got to be safe for the grandkids and me, and lots of playing around that goes on in here. And it's got to be really easy to look after. I aim for about 1 hour a week to look after it, and normally it's a bit less than that. It's actually my favourite view of the garden here, especially at night time when it's all lit up. It just looks so nice. But just take you around. So what we've got here is the green garlic, and I've got lots of tubs of that. It all got completely crushed with the snowfall that we had. But it seems to have come back to life. Got a few radishes there, looking quite nice. So this is one of the winter beds. We've got lamb's lettuce in here, interplanted with salad onions, and these are the salad onions that we're currently eating. They're a bit small, but it's better to have small salad onions than no salad onions. And that was a lamb's lettuce bed, and that is a lamb's lettuce bed. And we've probably got a little bit too much lamb's lettuce because it will probably go to seed on me in a few weeks' time. A few Brussels there, almost finished. And so these beds will soon be replanted. And the seedlings that are going on in these beds are currently growing away quite nicely. We've got some Asian greens, we've got some lettuces, beetroot, all sorts coming on. I'll show you the seedlings a bit later on. And I've got some red cabbages there. And they always draw a bit at this time of year, and sometimes they go to seed. So it's always a bit tricky doing early veg, but I'm hoping that those red cabbages are sort of ready in June if they don't go to seed. So we'll see, and if not, I just get loads of loose leaf, and I won't be complaining about that because that's still really nice. A few little spare kale plants there, and some of those little wild strawberries for the grandkids, and a little apple tree. And then down here, got all my colettes. And the colettes at this time of year, they kind of explode into growth. And they kind of go absolutely crazy, and you get loads and loads of lovely leaves. And we're a bit short of brassica leaves at the moment, or we were, until the colettes exploded. And now, looking pretty good. These colette plants, they're probably bigger than me in a month's time. They grow absolutely huge. But as I say, you can't really complain because the leaves are so nice. And here I've got some tough ball Japanese onions. So they should be ready June, early July time. Nice stopgap when the stored onions kind of lose quality a bit, or we just run out of them. More Pentland Brig kale, that's also bursting into life. And we're going to loads and loads of florets off that as well. And there's another one of those there, and then a few more Brussels. And that's our little garden shed. Some people think it's a sauna, but no, it's just a boring little garden shed. Yeah, we've got all the blueberries. And I've got a few more over in that corner there. And this is the main crop onion bed. Bit too shady right now to grow very much in it, but by the time we get to the middle of April, it's getting a decent amount of sun, so it should be okay. We've got all summer fruit and raspberries. Too cold to sit out at the moment, but this is our sitting out afternoon patio. And so because it's too cold, we've got the trampoline there, and the dip bars, and the cherry tree, and up here we've got strawberries with aphids, which is why they're up there, out of the way. And we've got some salad rocket, and then these are all the red cabbage plants. Hopefully you can see where they've been cut off there. And once I've harvested them, I just leave all these little leaves on them so that we can eat those. And they do sort of really burst into life. So when you're a bit short of brassicas at this time of year, it's really nice to have these more here. And they're just making seed heads at the moment, which are also really nice. So let's take a quick look in the greenhouse. So up on the top here, got all the onions and the shallots for the allotment mostly, but also you saw that big onion bed. And there we've got all the salad onions, and then we've got early strawberries. These are coming on quite nicely. They're all set fruit now, so just waiting for these to grow. There's quite a lot of strawberries on them. Got a few tubs of lettuce, just basically to make good use of these hanging baskets before the tomatoes go into them in early April. And oh yeah, I've got the peas looking quite nice at the moment, in full flower. And I've got a second succession of peas here, and I've got two more successions on the go on the allotment. And then this is my main seedling bench. There's not much here at the moment because the allotment's fully planted now for spring. So these are just little bits and pieces just to fill some gaps. I've got some celery, second succession of celery. The main early celery is huge now. It's sort of, I don't know, 2 or 3 times that size. We've got some little Savoy cabbages, parsley, strawberry runners, just a few seedlings, Grenoble red lettuces, leeks, early potatoes in the pots, and little brassicas, a few early little brassicas, mostly kales and cauliflowers and calabrese and things like that. Got my peach tree, got my apricot tree. Oh, I have actually got some early summer leeks up there. And then just filling space here, basically, while we wait for the early peppers. I'll show you those in a minute, actually. We've got Asian greens, shallots, onion tops. I'm just growing these for the tops. So we had a few onions that sprouted in the store, so I just planted those so I could get these lovely onion tops. And then we've got some, what are those? Scarlet Globe radishes and Tokyo Cross turnips, basically just using space. I haven't got any space for those on the allotment, so just sort of fill that in. But pretty soon the peppers will go in here, again in early April. And the peppers are up on the shelf at the moment in the conservatory, and they're growing really nicely. And then these are the first earlies, or the super earlies probably, potatoes. And these come in succession, so we've got the Swift first, and then the Vita Noir second, and then the Charlotte's third. So you can see the greenhouse isn't very well utilised at the moment, but I'm looking forward to April. It's not very far away now, so about a month's time in these hanging baskets will go the early tomatoes. Then in these corners, the peas will go outside, will go the early cordon tomatoes, the honeycomb and the sun gold. And then in those corners will go French beans and cucumbers. In the middle go more cucumbers, maybe some on the bench as well, growing underneath this shelf, more cucumbers. And then down here, aubergines, courgettes, and early peppers. So all my basically all my early successions go in here, and then my later successions, which at the moment are only little seedlings, they'll go on the allotment in about a month later, 5 weeks, 6 weeks later, something like that. So yeah, this greenhouse will really transform into something a lot more sort of lush and interesting by the time we get to April. But for now, you know, just fill in the space basically, and trying to keep it useful. So I think I'm done. If you're interested, I've got a newsletter, weekly newsletter, which is called Outgrow, the Art and Practice of Self-Sufficiency. It's a weekly newsletter, and it basically just goes through all the stuff that I'm doing, you know, so what I'm sowing that week, what I'm pricking out, what I'm potting on, what I'm planting, what I'm harvesting, all that sort of thing, as well as loads of additional information, links to chapters of my ebook and all that sort of thing. It's all free, and so if you're interested in that, take a look, and I'll see you soon.